Okay, stealing waves. We're ready to go? Ready to go? No. We're ready to start up with our second half. Before we start, we just want to give a big round of applause, of course, to our video man who puts his live streams us every year.
Hey, it ain't that good. I wouldn't applaud.
Chance is also an up-and-coming bass player in the state. He's the backup bass player for my band, Phoenix Ave. And if anybody knows Uncle Henry, for him to give up the seat to the kid once a month is pretty big, right? So, he's doing a great job. So.
We're not talking about his size. Come on.
I think I saw Mary Ellen's going to start us off again, right?
That was low.
Yes, you are. This is our challenge run. What was our challenge?
Oh, is this the challenge?
This is our challenge run. I got you. Yeah. What was our challenge, Grace?
Where I lived.
The challenge was where I lived. So we'll see what they come up with for their challenge songs. Where I live, where I live.
Where am I?
The Sunday Songwriters, part 2.
So, they let me pick. They let you pick? They let me pick. This song is called Kingman's Pond. It's where I grew up. I grew up on Union Street in an old farmhouse on a pond. We had childhood games we played, camping out, leaving in the rain. Memories of yesterday, like the summer day gone by. Swimming in the sunshine, with our friends' hands intertwined. Rocks croaking in the night, brother chasing sister. Clothes hanging on the line where we live, on Kingman's Pond. I see those faces these days that were childhood friends I hold dear, as the sun sets on the darkened pond. The voices of the past are near. So when I return home and look back to those trees and see where the dog stood, youthful memories return to me. Rocks croaking in the night, brother chasing sister. Clothes hanging on the line where we live, on Kingman's Pond.
I like that bridge, by the way. That
was my first attempt at bars.
No, that was good. It was beautiful.
It was, you know, it was all the miners coming in there.
You should have heard all of the swearing I used to do trying to learn bar tricks.
I just don't bother anymore.
I just watch my way through.
So, when I heard that the phrase was where I've lived, kind of was like shit, because I had a lot of homes in my childhood. From three different homes in Barberville, one in Massachusetts, Cranston, and so there's always one place that had always kind of been a very emotional place for me and my family is the Blackstone River, because my old man, my grandfather, his father, and I think another generation, grew up living and fishing and exploring the Blackstone River and all that, and I've grown up on it. And even though I always haven't had the patience for fishing, it's always been something that I've liked to do there because it's a very special place. And my grandfather passed away 4 years ago, and we scattered his ashes down by the river. And so it's a very special place. And that's what this song is about. It's about the river. So it's called
I'm ready.
The River. There we go. Down by the river, I said goodbye to you, my father, grandfather, and the one that made him too. Everybody say a prayer for them. Everybody say a prayer for me. Their spirits swim in the water, and their shadows slide through the tree. And home, where's home? Tell me, where should I be? But everybody say a prayer for them. And everybody say a prayer for me. I can feel them smiling down upon the shore, and the sun keeps shining at the river forevermore. Everybody say a prayer for them. Everybody say a prayer for me. Yeah, everybody say a prayer for them. Everybody say a prayer for me.
Better than Tin Pan Alley.
Damn kids. Lord.
Yeah, yeah. Faster than Tin Pan Alley.
This is what happens when you don't beautify your guitar. Okay. So we got a pond, a river, and I got a house.
Nice!
You gonna flood the house?
Yeah. Please stop. I bought a house, my first house, in August, and I don't think many people get this opportunity, but I got the opportunity to get to know the sellers of the house a little bit, and that's really because we sat at the closing for 2 hours. That never happened, and we had to reschedule it, so I guess you know them quite well. But the sellers of the house were 3 adult children selling the home. Their father had passed away, and their mother was in a nursing home. and that is their childhood home. So when I went to the open house to see a house, I knew it was. I could tell it was a family home. You could just sense it. It's a solid home, but it's dated on the inside. I call it my granny house. But it was very well loved. They kept that house pristine. It still has the mustard yellow linoleum, but they took the sellers took the time to leave me the paperwork for that flooring, so I could care for it. So that's how much they loved this house. So they shared a lot of stories about the house and memories that they had growing up in the house as kids. So when I heard this theme, I do not like challenge writing on songwriting prompts. I think it's a pain in the ass. I'm a slow songwriter, and so I usually, you understand. But this is the rare time where the song came right to me. And I was like, yes. Thank you. That's as good as I was going to get. Sorry. You guys are so good with your words. I'm just going with this on a wicked prayer. There's a crack up by the ceiling. Just seemed to show up there one day. I swear it didn't happen in the course of a few days. It settled over years of living. When you walk up the stairs, look out for number 7. It always seemed a little weak. I remember every line and the grain in every creek. You learn them too over years of living. Now there's new footsteps down the hall, new hand stains on the wall, handed over with just my name signed on some page. There's a dog that barks, a cart that's parked, my dad's old Chevy failed to start. Now it's just a place where I lived. Did you fix the bathroom sink? If you give me time to think, I can count how many trips in here, from the bedroom to the hall. In the summer there's some daisies, in the spring the lilacs bloom, but it's nothing like that maple in the fall. Now there's new footsteps down the hall, new hand stains on the wall, handed over with just my name signed on some page. There's a dog that barks, a car that's parked, where dad's old Chevy failed to start. And now it's just a place where I live. We think that there's a ghost up in the attic. We named it after the next door neighbor's cat. Oh, I promise he's not mean, and if you think that I'm kidding, just ask the guy who lives across the street. Now there's new footsteps down the hall, new hand stains on the wall, handed over with just my name signed on some page. There's a dog that barks, a car that's parked, where dad's old Chevy failed to start. And now it's just a place where I live. There's new smells in the kitchen, the furniture looks different, but there's scuffs still on the floor from where Mom's chair sat for years. Well, the keys might be yours now, but the memories are mine. And now it's a place where you live. Now it's a place where you live. Now it's a place where you live.
Hey.
That is a single to the soul.
And you remember all those words, we didn't have them on paper.
But I was really concentrating. Next word, internal panic the whole time.
That rivals Miranda Lambert's a lot.
Yes.
That was big time.
Yeah.
Big
The house
time.
they built me.
I always got stuck on Miranda Lambert.
Yeah.
Miranda
Yeah.
Lambert. It does. That's a single song. Good song.
Yeah.
Meryl?
Okay, this song, Dan actually followed up with me on my CD, and it's called Flowered Dress. This was probably the fastest song that I have ever written. I dreamt about it in the middle of the night, had to get out and go out and write it down, and I wrote it in the night, in the middle of the night.
Songwriter problems.
I stood in the attic one day, trying to find something that I put away. A mirror on the wall, a reflection staring back at me. A trunk in the corner with a tattered flower dress that someone I knew wore a long time ago. As I held it close to me and started to spin around, the memories of a young girl came rushing out. Playing tag in the yard, treasure hunts with friends, mother saying don't get dirty, churches at 10. In the attic when I travel back to a young girl in a flower dress, to a mirror on the wall, to my childhood where I could pretend. Even though I'm older now, my dreams still exist. And maybe in my closet hangs that flower dress. We all have a child inside of us to express. As I get older, I'll remember back when Grandma's cookies, Mother's smile, and all of my family and friends. In the attic when I travel back to a young girl in a flower dress, to a mirror on the wall, to my childhood where I could pretend. Even though I'm older now, my dreams still exist. And Maybe in my closet hangs that flower dress.
Being that guy right
He tunes because he cares.
now. I get a t-shirt that says that. I tune because I care. Alright. So, everybody who plays guitar knows it's kind of a weird thing with instruments when you buy a new one. That when you get a new instrument, it's like, it's kind of like a given. You have like every new guitar has like one like good song at least out of it. Like you get a guitar and it's like for some reason you can just all of a sudden write a good song on it. I mean, at least that's happened to me. I know some other people it's happened to. And for me, when I first bought this baritone guitar, this was the song. And I actually wrote this guitar part over 3 or 4 different songs until I got to this melody and this music that I like. So I hope you like it. It's called Victoria. Cold winter's night, moon shining bright. When I move, girl, you move along with me. Light sinking through, like feelings always do. When you move, girl, I move along with you. Victoria, they've got a way of making it feel so low. It doesn't matter what they do or say, I'll never let you go. Singing a happy song and fearing it won't be long, holding you tight through the night as we drift away. Nipping at our heels, the demons of our deals, one step ahead of grief with dread, we've always been. The lyrics right in front of me. Victoria, they've got a way of making me feel so low. It doesn't matter what they do or say, I'll never let you go. Keeping ourselves warm from the darkness as it swarms, whispering taunts through the night. Come with me. But you and I both know that secrets always show, so we scream the truth aloud, I am free. so low. It doesn't matter what they do or say, I'll never let you go.
Story behind the song, but I'll tell it anyway. My full-time day job is that I work as a therapist, and I work in our state psychiatric hospital, and it's long-term inpatient psychiatric care for adults, and long-term for our patients can be anywhere from weeks to months to decades. So I've been working with a guy for a few years, and he's been in institutions most of his life. He's in his 30s now. And many of the patients, as they progress in their recovery, are able to earn time off of the locked units with staff. They can walk around the campus and go to activities, things, groups, things in different buildings, parts of the hospital. And so I met with this particular patient after he attended one of those events, and he was very surprised by the fact that he walked out that day and it was dark out. I guess up until that point, all the things that he's attended were during the day. He looked at me and he said, "Allison, it's been 18 years since I've seen the stars." Wow. And therapists are supposed to keep their shit together, but I had a reaction. And then his next words were, "That would be a great song, wouldn't it?" I was like, "Yeah, it would." And he happens to be a very talented poet and a writer, and every now and then I give him some writing assignments if there's something we were talking about or that he was working through. I'd say, write about that. Write a poem, and show it to me next week, we'll talk about it. So I did that with this. And so some of his words are in here, along with mine. This is 18 years. Would do. One foot out the door, I lock eyes with the sky, but someone took the daylight and replaced it with a shimmering night. It's been 18 years. It's been 18 years. It's been 18 years since I've seen the stars. Watching it from a window stars. Now I'm sitting here, didn't have to go far. Now I see the stars.
Sounds like a personal problem.
This song I wrote about the shootings in the schools. It's called Broken Blizzards. Children had to worry where they played. The world is changing, lives are rearranging. Why do guns matter so much? The day it all went down, the guns were there on the ground. The children cried out loud. The children's souls shattered by broken glass. Bullet holes shouldn't belong in class. We the people shouldn't have to ask to take a stand for peace at last. It's time we ended violence in this place. War, shootings, and waste of the human race. Let's not hate and come to a solution and end it with a resolution. The day it all went down, the guns were there on the ground. The children cried out loud. The children's souls shattered like broken glass. Bullet wounds shouldn't belong in class. We the people shouldn't have to ask to take a stand for peace at last. It's time for us to take a stand, stand for peace today, and put the guns away. Children's souls shattered like broken glass.
since we're talking about matching with mental health, and this is Allison's, wasn't a play, but Allison made me do it. And it's called Down in the Sand. When I was 7 years old, I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder, ADHD, and Tourette's. And the years that followed were some of the toughest, but some of the best years of my life. And I spent I went 7 times into Bradley Hospital in East Providence throughout the course of the next 5 or 6 years after I was diagnosed. And the last time I was in there, I was 11 or 12, and I was in there for almost a year straight. And it was the best thing that ever happened to me. And I think if it wasn't for that, I don't think I'd actually be alive today. So this song is kind of talking about that experience and everything. Let's just hope I can get
You
through.
just set yourself up.
I'm
Not get through it, Jesus.
just gonna think about like puppies and rainbows or something like that.
Take a deep breath before you start singing, will ya?
Just
You
choke
got
it,
this.
choke it down.
Yes.
Just picture Bernie Sanders' face while you say this.
Oh!
Just get me angry.
God, you can do it.
Oh,
You
that's
had
too
to
late.
take it there.
Alright,
Gas has got you.
here we go. Back in the day, when I should have played in the sand, I was away, trying to find why I wasn't there. The doctors would tell me, you'll be just fine, but failed to mention that the problem was in my mind. But I've felt things that no one understands, and I've been down in the sand. Tell me, could you pay 8 months of your life? Tell me, could you make that compromise? Tell me, could you leave the ones that you love? Tell me, could you keep the faith in God above?
Can do it.
Think about puppies, think about puppies.
You can do it.
Lollipop and unicorns, everything.
The battle raged on, and every now and then, lost in confusion, and I just can't seem to find an end. And everyone I love, yeah, they help me on my way. They tell me tomorrow will feel like a better day. But I've felt things that no one understands, and I've been down in the sand. Tell me, could you leave 8 months of your life? Tell me, could you make that compromise? Tell me, could you leave the ones that you love? Tell me, could you keep the faith in God above? Tell me, could you keep the faith in the ones you love? All you trucks out.
New song or old favorite?
Old favorite.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, you have something in mind.
I'm there to help.
He's gonna kill me if I don't play Stay. Alright.
Hey,
I don't have a cool song, it's just.
hey, let Daddy make a choice.
No,
No, he got his song
Oh,
earlier.
yeah, okay.
He got his song.
But Kelly had one.
What?
Kelly had one she wanted.
Yeah, it was stay.
Thanks for coming. Thanks
Well,
for
that
being here,
makes-
everybody.
No me.
This one. You're welcome. I don't have a cool story for this, it's just a sad as well. I'm walking a tightrope, a fine line between wrong and right, and I'm missing the difference from what I want and I need tonight. If someone told me the future, I'm not sure that I need to know. If all I had was in front of me, I think I'd rather just see where it goes. I should let out the phrase that overtakes my every thought. Can't seem to get out of my own way, and it's not like me to be at a complete loss for words. But all I can bring myself to say is stay. We both know how I feel. We both know that it's more than you're feeling, and no one gave me permission or the right to claim that this belongs to me. You're the wind to my wildfire. You fan my flames, but you're never in one place, and I keep praying for rain. But me and Jesus, we never set things straight. And I should let out the phrase that overtakes my every thought. Can't seem to get out of my own way, and it's not like me to be at a complete loss for words. But all I can bring myself to say is stay. Yes, stay. And this is the calm before my storm. This is where they say I've been warned. I should let out the phrase that overtakes my every thought. Can't seem to get out of my own way, to say is
The Sunday Songwriters, Rising. Allison Rose. Yay. Jason Graham. And Mary Ellen. 8 rounds of music tonight. That's a record. Very good. Nice job. We of course want to thank Scott Folker on the sound. Scott is also the vice president of Rising, which means he picks up everything that I miss, which is a lot.
Bragging rights.
Sure, thank you. We also want to thank Deb Folker, who is also picks up, runs around with the basket, picks out everything that I miss. Deb's help and stuff like that. Otherwise, Rising, without all these people, Rising doesn't happen. Also, a board member is Allison Rose, who also Bill McGrath, who just woke up in the back. We have to thank Chance Batalon on who streams us every month on the YouTube channel.
Doing it poorly for the past 2 years.
That's it. Also, it's happy. This month is happy 7th birthday to Rising. So, lucky 7. And thank you, of course, to the Brooklyn Coffee, Tea, and Guest House. We also have to thank my wife Amy for giving every other part of me that isn't swallowed up by Phoenix Ave and the children.
No.
And all of our adopted children that come along. So we have quite a bunch usually. So anyway, she gives up quite a bit of my time to be able to do these things. But she knows it's important, right?
Hope so.
Yes, sir, yes. Yes, say yes, Amy. Yes.
That's how it goes. But anyway, we have, of course, Saturday is the big show, and please come check out the show on Saturday. It's going to be a great show.
How many of us are performing?
Oh.
Like 15 or
It's
something?
like 18, I think. Including the kids, it's like 20-something. So we'll start the show off with the younger kids. And the week from Thursday is the workshop.
That's a mediator.
At the Mediator on the Thursday night workshop and open mic, which is
My night off.
your night off. Our open mic at the Mediator is we start off with a workshop, we learn a little something, and then we have an instructional workshop.
I think Bill's got an open mic too.
And Bill has a new. Bill, tell us about your new open mic.
Open mic. Every Wednesday, starting the 13th of this month, at Characters Cafe, Cranston, from 6 to 10, every Wednesday.
From 1 to 1.
Awesome.
We should thank Henry too, right? Henry helped a lot with the show, right?
Yes, well, that's like when he's not here, I forget that he's here. So, also, of course, Henry Peter, who does a lot of the legwork for us and helps us come up with venues and all kinds of good stuff. And if anybody calls, and any of the kids call, or any of the students call and say, I don't have a ride, we send Uncle Henry over with the truck, and he comes and brings us to the show. So Henry's always there when we need him. So thanks everyone, and thank you to everyone on YouTube Live for watching this around the world. So, thank you all. Oh, next month, who we got?
April 7th, we have Don Tassone.
Dr. Sono.
With Laura Field and Alex Villanueva.
Awesome, great show. We'll see you next month. Great show.
We got this thing off yet, so I can get up?
One